Hey yo, what is up guys? It is me, DPX here. Welcome back to another DPX review. Today I'm reviewing the first season of Invincible. Now I didn't originally plan on watching this show, but I was just scrolling through Amazon because I think this might be the first show on Amazon I think I'm ever reviewing. So I was scrolling through Amazon saying, what can I watch? And I saw Invincible. I'm like, oh, I'll watch a few episodes. That was when the first 3 were out. And I was hooked. I was hooked. It was really good. And yeah, I wasn't planning on watching this, and I did, and I did the rest of the show keep up? That's what we're gonna be talking about. By the way, this is a spoiler review. I remember I tried doing non-spoilery reviews for the past few shows or movies or whatever that I did. Some of them it works, some of them it doesn't. This show I'm gonna have to. It's a spoiler review, all right. So if you haven't seen it yet, click off. But go watch the show. Anyways, before we get started, you know what to do. Be sure to subscribe to notifications and leave a comment. You'll be a little subscriber. So Invincible, I'm not too familiar with the source material. It is a comic book show. It is based off of Image Comics, which aren't, the biggest name. The Image Comics, they're not at the same level as Marvel or DC in terms of popularity, and the title character Invincible hasn't even been around for nearly as long as any character from Marvel or DC that's gotten these big movies or big shows. Like Invincible has been around since 2000, so a little over 20 years. That's it. But they made a show, an animated show, and the first episode, I'll say this, the first episode I was kind of bored throughout. It was kind of like, this is sort of the typical, normal superhero story. This dude, he's in high school, he discovers he has powers, and he has to try to hide it, but then there's someone, in this case his father, who he wants to be like. There's even a scene where he goes, I want to be just like you. But then at the end of the episode, it takes a twist. I didn't know that this show was going to be gory, but it is. And I like that. Sometimes when something like this is bloody and gory, it's like, hey guys, we are cool, we're edgy, we have violence, but this, I don't know, it just felt cool in this. It kind of felt like, this is the real shit. The deaths and everything in this show are insane. They are, boom. I'm not going to explain what that means, okay? Basically what you have here is, you have Mark Grayson, who is the son of a normal woman, and Nolan, also known as Omni-Man, who is half Viltrumite, which is this planet that, this isn't revealed till later on, but Viltrumite is a planet where they send people to other planets to conquer them. So basically, Omni-Man is basically Superman, but hiding the fact that he's secretly evil, And obviously there are always twists later on in shows where it's you find out about it just then, but you don't see it too often where there's sort of a twist at the beginning of a season, and the characters, what you want to see is the characters find out, and the characters find out later on in the show. Not too many shows do that. Some do, but it's mostly big twist. We find out with the characters. This time we find out before the other characters do. And here, Omni-Man, he kills the Guardians of the Globe, which are basically the Justice League / Avengers. I can't list you the names because there's a lot of them, and I'm also not I knew nothing about the Image Comics characters before this, so I can't tell you any of them. But I'll just say he brutally kills them in like serious gory fashion. It's crazy, and it was unexpected. So basically, the whole show is, I mean, this isn't the whole show, but part of the show is like, you know, we're waiting to find out, or no, we know, but we're waiting to see how everyone reacts to when they find out that Omni-Man is secretly bad. He went to Earth to conquer, not to save it. And he's been saving everyone on Earth, trying to protect them all, sort of as like a cover-up to gain the trust of everyone, and I like that. I think that's really cool. But I don't think the best part of the show is the violence and the gore, although that is part of it. That does add to the entertainment, but like, I don't know, just the writing and the characters, I think are, like, the storytelling and everything, just, you know, you're waiting for Mark or Invincible to find out about Omni-Man, and, you know, the truth about him, and it just adds this level of suspense and a level of like, oh, they're gonna throw down and it's gonna be sad, and it is sad, and Omni-Man really wins that one. You know, Invincible kind of just doesn't. Invincible gets his ass handed to him, but like, Omni-Man flies off to, and apparently dies. That part was sort of like, it was weird. Like, he was beating the shit out of Invincible, right? But then he has a flashback of seeing Mark in a baseball game, and, you know, that they're having some sort of father-son connection, and then Omni-Man's like upset, but he's yelling at Invincible like, why'd you make me do this? And he flies off. But each individual character, I think, most of them are really cool. Like, most notably the superheroes. You got like Mark Grayson, who's Invincible. He's sort of hiding his identity from, you know, his high school and just other people, like sort of similar to Spider-Man, but also not really, because a lot of people know, like his parents know, some of his friends know. I also like Adam Eve. I don't know, she didn't do too much, but I feel like there's a really interesting character here. There's also like the younger Guardians of the Globe, you know, that they replaced the dead ones, which I thought they were compelling, although there are times in the show where they were sort of just there, if you know what I mean. I do take issue with Rex. I know he was supposed to be sort of the douche, but I did not like him. I did not like him at all. Like, every scene where he's talking, I'm just like, can someone please fucking kill him? He was just so annoying. I really didn't like the whole, you know, this is overdone. It's like, Mark has a girlfriend in Amber, and he's trying to hide the fact that he's invincible from her. And that's overdone. It's just, because of that, it creates issues between the two of them and kind of fucks up their relationship. And it's overdone, and it was sort of like, dude, just tell her. You can't just tell her. But by the end, like, there's one episode where, like, you know, them two, as well as William, Mark's best friend, are visiting this one guy at a college, and there's like some robot alien invasion, and like, Mark disappears, comes back as Invincible, and disappears as Invincible, comes back as Mark. Amber didn't figure that out, but then in the next episode it turns out what he comes clean and tells Amber, hey, I'm invincible. She knows. I really don't get the point. It's overdone, and it was sort of just like, I don't care, really. I really don't care about this. Just, you know, this was not written too well, I feel. Most of everyone else or everything else in this show I found very entertaining. You know, the fight scenes I think were hella entertaining. I heard that they tried to make this show. I think I heard that they're trying to do a live action movie. But if it's gonna be anything like this, no. You can't do this in live action. There's a lot of wind in the back, so sorry if you hear that. But, you know, you can't do this in live action. Like, the violence and everything would make this probably rated X. Like, no, that would not work. And here's the thing, they renewed the show for a season 2 and a season 3. So I was thinking, you know, this season was gonna end with, like, you know, like Invincible and Omni-Man were gonna have a fight, which they did, but it was gonna have like some sort of no contest or whatever you want to call it, and then season 2 would be Invincible, you know, gearing up more to be better suited to fight Omni-Man, and then season 2 would be like, now they actually fight and Invincible gets the better, and I'm not sure what season 3 will be, but apparently Omni-Man died. I think he's been written off the show. I don't quite know what the next 2 seasons will hold. It was at the end where Invincible went into space and talked to that one alien and said the Viltrumites, now that Omni-Man's dead, the Viltrumites are going to come to Earth. So, Earth versus Viltrumites. That could be interesting. I want to see. Anyways, this was sort of a rather quick review, or at least quicker than usual. But yeah, in conclusion, Invincible I found very enjoyable. I really liked it. And it introduced me to these characters that I didn't already know. Like, before this, I didn't know Invincible, I didn't know Omni-Man, I didn't know anyone. I knew nothing about these, about Image Comics, and now I feel like I do, and I like that. In conclusion, I give Invincible Season 1, in 8 out of 10. There was a lot of stuff in this show where I'm just like, who cares, or why, or this is dumb. But hey, this could possibly, Season 2 could be even better, and Season 3 could be even better. So I'm very excited to see where it goes from here. And yeah, that'll do it for my review for Invincible Season 1. What do you guys think? Have you guys seen Invincible? If you have, do you like it? Do you not like it? If you haven't seen it, do you want to see it? Do you not want to see it? Anything about this show, let me know down below. Anyways, be sure to like this video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.